Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Flipataku, and today we're doing the Tokusatsu buying guide for people who live in the Western world, especially America. These are all releases that you can buy. This isn't every single Tokusatsu release that you can get in the States, but it is quite a bit of it. Um, Tokusatsu is my second favorite form of entertainment. I'm a huge fan, huge fan. Of course, I grew up on Power Rangers, and then eventually fell in love with Kamen Rider and Ultraman. But today we're going to be taking a look at my collection, and some of this is Toku adjacent. A couple titles that you'll see in this video are anime that are based upon Tokusatsu franchises. So let's go ahead and dive in. The first thing I want to show off is something I did an overview of. This is the Godzilla Criterion Collection Blu-ray box set. This is one of the most beautiful releases in my collection. It is stunning. 15 films. Every film has a piece of art to accompany it and a nice little write-up with, the credits, the cast, and it's one of the best Criterion releases, period. And you can tell that they put a lot of love into it. There's all the discs right there. The first 15 Godzilla films on, I think it's 8 discs. And they look great. They did a very good job with the, I think it's 2K restorations. Phenomenal. That is, if you're a fan of kaiju films, or if you're a fan of giant monsters, go pick it up. Or giant robots. Mechagodzilla's in there. He's technically a robot. Next up was let's go and get this stack out of the way right here. This is every single Garo released that Sentai Filmworks put out underneath their Kraken releasing line. Now, Garo is a very mature tokusatsu. It's like HBO if they did a tokusatsu franchise. There's a lot of blood, there's a lot of nudity, a lot of action, and it is a ton of fun. Sadly, we didn't get this main storyline wrapped up. I think we were a couple Blu-rays behind. They were releasing them at a pretty fast pace, and then the releases just kind of died out. I'm wondering why they probably aren't selling that well. Kraken releasing isn't putting anything out, so I wonder if Sentai just has it on hold temporarily. I do hope it's a temporary thing because Garo is one of my favorite tokusatsu franchises. Some of the best crazy fights, if you can get over it. So Toku is very well known for it literally means special filming. Is known for its kind of cheesy animations. A lot of the special effects in Garo is done through, it looks like PS1 graphics. It really does at times. But if you can get past that, you'll find that Garo is a ton of fun. It's a lot of, like I said, it's a lot of adult themes. So if you can't take the cheesiness of Sentai or Kamen Rider or Ultraman, there is cheesiness in there, but it's just a tad bit more mature. Before we dive into the modern Discotheque releases, which I don't even know where they're at, I have 4 more stacks to get through. We're going to talk about some older Discotheque titles, which fall under the Tokusatsu branding. This is Mika Droid, Robokill beneath Disco Club Layla. This is like a Toku slasher film. It's nothing special, but when I found out this got a release, and I'm a huge Discotheque fan to begin with, I was kind of blown away that they licensed Mika Droid. If you can find it for super cheap, it's not expensive at all. I recommend picking it up because it's a ton of fun. It's a lot of fun. Then we got War in Space. This was a Toho movie, right? I believe it is Toho. Toho Scope. It's kind of their answer to Star Wars at times, and it's really cheesy and goofy like you would expect, but I had a ton of fun with it. This is a really good film. And then Sayonara Jupiter. This is still sealed, as you can tell right there. I have not yet watched this in recent years. I believe it's either War in Space or Sayonara Jupiter that was Japan's answer to Star Wars. But this says right here, special effects done by Koji Kawakita. He did Gunhead, Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. Fantastic. It says Sayonara Jupiter has maintained a devout cult following and inspired countless special effects creators worldwide. I remember really enjoying this. You're going to hear me say that a lot. I enjoy most, like if I buy something, I do a little bit of research into it beforehand, and I end up enjoying it. Let's get into some more kaiju. This is probably the newest release of my collection. This is put out by Media Blasters. And this is Gappa, the Triphibian Monster. This is hit or miss. I got this because I like kaiju films. I like Toku. But this is so... It's one of those things that you either love it or hate it. I loved it, but at times I was like, man, this is borderline pissing me off by how bad this is. Next up, we're talking about probably what's in this box set, the Gamera Blu-ray collection, which Arrow Video is re-putting out. So this is all the films but one. We're missing one Gamera film in this box set. Arrow Video is putting out a new box set, which will include that missing film. But Gamera is very goofy, except the final three films, the Heisei era films, Guardian of the Universe, Attack of Legion, and Revenge of Iris. Those are hands down the three best kaiju films of all time. Hard stop. They are phenomenal. The way they're shot, the way the action is portrayed. Legion is I think it is the best Toku monster ever. It's incredible. Gamera was started off super goofy, kind of stupid at times, and that Heisei era trilogy, they absolutely nailed a perfect tone, a perfect mixture of what Gamera was before. Because I think a lot of problems with kaiju movies is that you kind of lose, like especially with America, you don't get attached to the characters, to the human characters. And in Gamera, you are attached to the human characters. And then throughout the three films, there is a through line. Some characters make returns, and that is very, very important to how good that film, that trilogy is. I think it is the greatest. It's the three greatest kaiju movies of all time, and I highly recommend if you can wait till the Arrow box set, because this one, the Mill Creek Entertainment box set, is out of print. So definitely hold off until the Arrow Video one and immediately binge those three. Then something that's a little bit lesser known that my friend Ice, what's going on Ice, he turned me on to. This is Yokai Monsters. This is a Toku puppet show. I've watched episode 1. It's strange. It's one of those things where I don't know if I enjoyed it. But it's a lot of fun. Again, I'm going to keep using the same verbiage. A lot of fun. I had a blast. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, these are really cool. Very unique. Very weird. So if you want something that's super weird, pick up Yokai Monsters. Volume 3 is super out of print. That's why I don't have it. Then another kaiju, technically, borderline kaiju, Daimajin. This is a trilogy of films. Daimajin, Return Daimajin, and Daimajin Strikes Again. These were all made in 1966. They cranked these three films out pretty quickly. And I gotta say, the special effects for 1966 are kind of mind-blowing when you put into perspective what year that was made. It is insane. Daimajin is weird. I didn't enjoy the second one. The first one I liked a lot. Third one I enjoyed, but the second one is kind of a miss for me. But then we're going to get into anime inspired by Toku, or based on Toku franchises. And we got Garo the animation. Garo has a couple of animes based off of it. It says from the studio that brought you Yuri on Ice and Zombieland Saga. That's quite a weird change up there. But yeah, this is I really like this anime. This is a lot of fun. I think the digital copy is right here. So if anyone wants a digital copy for free, there you go. Pause the video and go ahead and get it. I'm not a digital guy. I'm a physical media guy. That's why I have so much crap. But yeah, Garo the animation, it's good. If you don't like Toku, but you want to experience some of the Toku storylines, pick up Garo. This is a really solid choice. Probably my favorite anime of the last handful of years is SSS Gridman, right there. So the reason why it's called SSS Gridman, 4 S's, because Gridman was a Japanese Toku show that America brought it over, and it was called Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, I believe is the name. So they paid homage to that as well as to the original show. And I gotta say, for special editions, I get special editions if I can, but most of the time I just pass stuff up. I'm really glad I didn't this time, because this is one of the best special edition books. It's very small, but you got a lot of kaiju designs, a lot of mech designs, a lot of stuff that didn't appear in the show. You got a really good interview with the staff. If this is still in print, I would recommend getting the special edition. But if not, this is one of my favorite animes of the last handful of years. Did this come out before the decade was over? Because this would have been my favorite anime of the decade. I had a lot of fun with this. It's short, it's sweet, it's to the point, and it's more than just thick thighs. 100% more than just thick thighs. What my friend Base Senpai would say, it's only thighs. Guyver, the animation, fantastic. If you've never seen Guyver, just go ahead. I'm going to be controversial and say go ahead and skip Guyver and go straight to the animation. I like it a lot more than what it's based off of. And then this film is directed by the guy who went on to create Garo. This is one of my favorite standalone films, and that is Mechanical Violator Hokkaider. Very bizarre that we even have a release on this. This is a very obtuse film. It makes no sense. It goes nowhere. Dialogue is very sparse. It's kind of like Blam. It's not like Blam like in the same style, but it's Blam in the sense that there's not a lot of dialogue. A lot of action happens. A lot of nothing happens. But I'm still enthralled with it. Then we're going to talk about Mill Creek Entertainment. So Mill Creek has put out Toku in the past. They put out an Ultraman set years ago that was absolutely dog shit. And they put out a couple things besides that back in the day at very bad quality. I don't want... Because they've stepped up their game, and we're going to get to that. But they put out the Super Robot Red Baron. Again, not a really crazy show, not nothing special, but their release, guys, it literally comes in I have bootlegs of Kamen Rider that are better than this. They come in this stacked right here, all paper sleeve. Some of the worst packaging in my collection. Like I said, I have 4 Kamen Rider bootlegs over there that are in better shape than these. And then we got Iron King as well, which I enjoyed a lot more than Red Baron. But again, the problem is, same packaging style. God, it's bad. It's really bad. But have no fear, Mill Creek Entertainment have absolutely smashed, and I mean smashed it out of the park with their new Ultraman releases. This number 4 is out of place. I know. So they announced late last year. This is probably going to bother some people who are watching this video. I know it will. So there you go, guys. Late last year, or actually early last year, they said, hey, we got the rights to the entire Ultraman franchise. And I thought we were going to get a decent release of the Ultraman on Blu-ray, or Ultra Q, 1 and 2. But I didn't think we would be getting... We got literally all of these except for 2. So we got 5 releases in the span of 3 months. The newest ones are Orb Saga and Return of Ultraman. But they are just... Guys, these are some of the best Toku releases out there. I think these might actually, besides Discotheque's 3 short runs of stuff that they did last year, this is the best. Every release, you can tell, is full of love. Each release comes with a booklet showing all the monsters, showing all the powers of Ultraman in that particular series. Here's Ultraman. Here is my favorite out of the classic line, Ultra 7. Then we got, believe this is Hideaki Anno's favorite, and that's Return of Ultraman. And then we got 3 newer ones. So we got Ultraman Orb, which is a ton of fun. I recommend it. And both of these, this is the big deal. This is the thing that I love about this. This includes the series and the movie. So a lot of the times when stuff gets brought over, like Super Sentai here that we'll talk about in a little bit, the films were excluded from the licensing deal. So the fact that we get the show plus the movie, huge bonus in my opinion. We got Ultraman Geed, or Geed, however you pronounce that. And then the newest release, Ultraman Orb, The Origin Saga, plus Ultra Fight Orb. So this is a little prequel. Goes into the character Juggler's backstory. And guys, with these releases, I have to say, Ultraman's my favorite Toku franchise. It is phenomenal. It's so much fun. Every single series is unique. It's goofy, but at the same time, it's so cool. And a lot of modern Toku is obviously made to sell toys. So even Orb and Geed, who do have the gimmick, it still is fun to me. Most of these shows were made to sell toys. And I'm okay with that because I'm a big child at heart. Now, this is my Super Sentai collection. Shout Factory put these out. I do not have. I'm missing 3 or 4 of these, but here is Super Sentai. These are put on hold. The licensing rights went from Saban to Hasbro, so they have put these on hold for now, which is very, very disappointing. But I have to say, at least we got my favorite, which was, where is Jetman? There he is. There it is. My all-time favorite Super Sentai show, Jetman. This is my second favorite Toku show of all time. It's one of the best. It's absolutely one of the best. And it's one of the only ones that didn't get adapted into Power Rangers. But yeah, you got everything from Jew Ranger, Mega Ranger, Hurricaneer, Jetman, Die Ranger, Ginga Man, and Kara Ranger, all right here in my collection. Like I said, I'm missing 3 or 4. Super Sentai is very important. A lot of you will know it from becoming Power Rangers. Jew Ranger, I think, is the first one that became Power Rangers. And it's really funny watching these again. Now I like Super Sentai a hell of a lot more than Power Rangers. I actually don't like Power Rangers that much anymore, just because of how cheesy and goofy it is. Even though that's goofy, I can't get over the whole teenager thing. But yeah, Jew Ranger and then the second adaptation don't really play along with each other, but they somehow spliced it to make sense in Power Rangers. I don't know how they did that. And then 3 of my all-time favorite Toku releases in my collection all come from Discotheque. Surprise, surprise. The first one we got to talk about is Message from Space, Galactic Wars. This is the TV adaptation of a movie, I believe, and it's written by Shotaro Ishinomori, the guy who went on to create Kamen Rider. He went on to create Super Sentai. He made Cyborg 009. He has the Guinness World Record for the most comic pages drawn. He's a very important figure in Japanese pop culture. And Message from Space is fun. It's also really quick. 27 episodes. A lot of the stuff is 50 episodes. A lot of this is 39 episodes, 50 episodes. It's a lot to ask for a normal viewer, but 27 episodes, you can get this done in a week if you're just watching it modestly. And it's actually a lot of fun. It's very gripping, and I love the designs. There's like some characters have like old like Edo period like helmets, but designed in a science fiction with a science fiction aesthetic to it. I'm a big fan of that. Go pick this up, guys. Go support Discotheque, because these 3 releases right here are phenomenal. Then we got Starfleet, which is also known as X Bomber. This is another puppet show created by Go Nagai. I love this show. This is a real treat. As a person who loves weird shit, just in general, the fact that we have this on Blu-ray blows my mind. It actually boggles my mind. We got 49 episodes on 1 Blu-ray disc, standard definition. It looks great. It sounds great. Pick this up, guys. A lot of you may know this as X Bomber, which is the name of the mech. Go pick this up. Go support Discotheque, guys. Seriously. And then, you guys know, my absolute favorite Tokusatsu show of all time. One of my favorite shows ever. Mega Beast Investigator Juspian. 46 episodes, 1 Blu-ray disc. This is the best Toku thing in my opinion, period. It is so much fun. I love the characters. I love how it handles storytelling. Especially during that time it came out, a lot of Toku followed a very specific formula, and Juspian breaks that up at times. And I enjoy the monster designs. I enjoy the fights. I enjoy the mechs. It's got everything. It's got kaiju, it's got mechs, and it's got Japanese dude in tights. Also, I'm a big fan of when a Toku outfit looks like a suit that anyone could wear. It looks kind of practical. And that's what Juspian's suit looks like. I love it. And the theme songs are amazing, and Juspian's perm is incredible. And then we got the final batch of stuff. This is all from the same company. This is Generation Kikaider, which Generation Kikaider. So they're based out of Hawaii, and I don't know. I've never lived in Hawaii. I'm not a Hawaiian, but I guess back in the day, they aired a bunch of Ishinomori Toku shows, and they got the license to a handful that are really, really cool and really awesome. So let's go and talk about the big one. The only legal way to buy a Kamen Rider on DVD or Blu-ray, that is Kamen Rider V3. This is the direct sequel to the original Kamen Rider. This is one of my favorite Kamen Riders of all time, and it just so happens that it's the only one that we have here legally. This is a very expensive set. A lot of love and a lot of care was put into the set, though. And speaking of Kamen Rider, Shout Factory has the original 98 episodes, which happens to be the longest Kamen Rider show. Is the first one, 98 episodes. I forgot how many episodes this is exactly. It's 21 hours of content, so it's got 52 episodes. 52 episodes. Go pick this up, guys. This isn't going to be in print much longer, I don't think. So it's probably best you snag that as soon as you possibly can. Then we got Inazuman, another Ishinomori show. It's ridiculous. The score is really damn good as well. I love the suit designs, over the top. You know, just like look at that monster on that disc right there. Ishinomori is a maniac, and he creates some of the most ridiculous things put on camera, but I love him for it. And then we got Kakaida 01. This is the complete original Kakaida 01 right there. I'm sure you guys have seen. There was a anime reboot of this that played on Toonami, which is sadly way out of print, even for my taste. And then you got all 9 discs of Kakaida, which is, I believe, Kakaida is the original. But yeah, this is goofy Toku at its best. There's something so special about 70s and 80s Toku. The suits were way too over the top, but they were so much fun. And then, of course, you got the Kakaida, the Ultimate Human Robot reboot. This is like modern. I think this came out in 2004, 2005. It's a solid film, actually. As someone who's seen all of Kakaida, that is a solid modern retelling of the show. But guys, that is it. That is every Toku release that is in my collection. That is almost every Toku release you can find on shelves readily available. If I had to say pick out 5 or 6 shows to buy, obviously my favorite, Kamen Rider V3, the 3 amazing releases from Discotheque, and then Jetman as well, and then Ultra 7. I really like Ultra 7 a lot. But yeah, guys, that's been it. What's your favorite Toku show? What do you hope gets licensed? I'm hoping we get more Metal Heroes. I think that's a very underrated franchise. I would love to see more Super Sentai come out, and you best believe I'm going to be picking up every single Ultraman Blu-ray that is going to be coming out. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, guys. I'm Flip Otaku, and I will see you guys next time. My Blu-ray clicker is not working. Still not working. Anyways, guys, bye.